3B Outdoors brought to you by our premier sponsor, Spot Hogg, maker of the world's toughest archery products. This week on 3B Outdoors, we're going to take you on 2 spring turkey hunts. The first hunt is opening day with Austin Smith and myself as we lay the smack down on 2 big old longbeards. We've even got Bucky in a blind about 20 yards away giving you the second camera angle. Then me and Coates hop into a blind and here comes a spring thunderstorm like you wouldn't believe. We had a big old gobbler slip right in on us. Then it's to Wyoming. Nelson Outfitters. I take a 163-inch bruiser in full velvet with my new Mathews bow. I'm Freddie Neeley, and welcome to 3B Outdoors. It's opening day of turkey season. We've scouted these turkeys. We've been watching them in a distance, and we know there's several strutters that's coming out in this field. So Austin Smith and myself gets a plan together. We're going in there and we're going to try to kill a double. He's taking the shotgun and I'm taking the old Mathews. So we get in there that morning, we set up the blind, and we also had Austin's dad, Bucky, with us. We set a blind up for him no more than 20 yards away trying to get a second camera angle. Well, we started doing some calling with the old down and dirty turkey calls, and we get a few gobbles. Bucky's texting me on the phone saying, hey, there's a big gobbler coming up behind you guys. Well, we couldn't see it until it gets probably 30 yards to the side of us, but he's got a great view of it. So I get ready to draw back on this gobbler, and Austin's saying, wait a minute, there is a big tom coming. So this big tom comes in and struts, and I get really excited and pull off a shot and just shave his chest and knock some feathers off of him. But the decoy done his job. He strutted back around. He was wanting to fight that old gobbler, and I make a shot. And then we ramble around in a blind trying to switch off with the camera, and I get the camera and Austin gets his gun up, and you know, Austin kept his cool during this whole thing, and he pulls off an unbelievable shot.
Yeah! Come on, boys! Got it! Come on! Yeah! Woo!
Give me some, Austin.
That was a 10 right there.
I'm tore all to pieces. That first shot, I thought it went right through that turkey. I don't know. But we'd been seeing these gobblers in here about, we've been driving out here and seeing them about a week.
and tore up. We got some new cows this year, down and dirty. They done a good job. We done a yelp, a cackle, and a cut, and I gobbled a little bit. We used a Hank call, and what this is a big old field, and they're roosted on the other end, and we've been seeing them come through here, and we got Mr. Bucky in the other blind, and he's seen these gobblers coming from probably 100 yards away, and I know that I hit that bird the first time. He just was so tore up over this decoy that, man, he didn't feel it. I don't know. But we're shooting a new there's new Rage broadhead from Rage. We're shooting a new helium Mathews bow. I got Mr. Austin Smith with me that we pulled a double. We had planned this because we'd seen these two birds come through this gap. I don't know if they're going to a field that way, but we've seen these two birds for a couple of days now. But these birds won't be strutting here anymore. So give me some more, Austin.
I'm torn all pieces, boys.
That's the end of a good hunt right there. We came in here, we brought 2 double bulls, and Bucky was in this one, me and Austin was in this one. We'd seen these turkeys strutting, so we knowed we could get on them. We knowed if we could probably kill one with a bow, that we could get another shot. And we used a down and dirty slate this morning. We used a down and dirty cyanide mouth call. We've got the new broadheads from Rage. We just laid the smack down on 2 big old long beards. Give me some of that right there, Austin. This portion of 3B Outdoors brought to you by Paul Clark State Farm Insurance. Get to a better state. Cornerstone Concrete Technologies. Your concrete is our canvas. Lowrance HDS Gen 2, the fastest HDS ever. Kistler Rods, field tested and used by the pros. Nelson Outfitters, outfitting in Wyoming or Montana for trophy muleys, whitetails, elk, antelope, black bear, and mountain lion. Mathews, catch us if you can.
So you've worked hard. You've got that property that you've always dreamed of, and you've built that home that you've always dreamed of. But there's just a little touch missing. You need a fence, something to accent the property and secure your livestock. You don't want just any fence, you want the best fence available. Call Brown's Custom Fencing, 423-235-7400 or 1-800-249-6274. That's Brown's Custom Fencing.
We've hunted all year and haven't seen anything. Maybe we just need to relocate.
Hey, I just contacted Mark Slagle and his agents down at Twin Lakes Realty and Auction there in Dandridge. Man, they was honest, shot me straight, and their customer service was wonderful.
That's just a short drive to Pigeon Forge.
If you'd like to relocate to the Dandridge area, contact Twin Lakes Realty and Auction at markwslagle.com.
Or you could just give him a call at 865-397-3540.
Hunting is a tradition that has been in our family for decades. We started this business several years ago with one goal, to get people into the sport that we are so passionate about. Conkey's has everything you need before you hit the woods. Look into our Garmin Astro tracking collars along with dozens of accessories and custom-built antennas to give you the edge while dog hunting. Check out our custom dog boxes, each uniquely designed to fit your needs. Don't be left in the dark. The Boss Slide is another great product, which can be found on our website. So check us out online at conkeys.outdoors.com. Welcome to the family.
Well, you know, we get in there that morning in the blind, me and Coates, and they're calling for rain, but you know, it's turkey season, and you just gotta go.
Hey, we're back out here in the blind, and where we're at this evening, it's about 2 o'clock. These turkeys like to roost behind us right here. So we've come in here and we've set the decoys up, and they like to strut right in here before they go to roost. So me and Big D's come in here. We're gonna try to lay the smack down on them again with a bow. And I got the cyanide from Down and Dirty right here. We're gonna hit them real good. And we're kind of gonna ease back and just see what happens. So this is just a shot in the dark. I know they roost on this ridge right here. And so hopefully we'll catch them on the way to roost.
Well, we're sitting there and here comes the most awfulest thunderstorm, wind blowing. I mean, it was nasty. And really the only reason we didn't leave is because we would have got drowned. Well, we're sitting there and it's pouring down the rain. All of a sudden I hear something, and this gobbler slips right in on us on the decoy. And we was just fortunate enough to get a shot on this big old gobbler.
Again, baby. Again. Another one.
You know, with the dominant bird on the ground, there's a group of jake birds that kind of just wanders into the picture. Well, what's happening, they see this big tom on the ground and he's probably whipped their butts all over this hillside. And you usually don't see a group of jakes strut around and act like this, but they see the big bird on the ground, and that just goes to show you right there, that's another decoy tactic. They actually make decoys that looks like they're laying on the ground like that, and a lot of times those jakes will come right on in and investigate, even those big gobblers.
Hey, we come in here this evening knowing that these birds roosted behind us. We got the killer bee up, we got the hen up, and here come the awfulest storm you've ever seen. I thought it was gonna blow us off the top of here. But we stuck it out, and as soon as it quit storming, I heard a gobble. And we started doing a little bit on the Down and Dirty Crystal, another gobble. And then all of a sudden he comes up over the hill, he sees Killer Bee, and he goes into full strut, and he comes down here, and he was gonna kick his butt. So, man, I love it when a plan comes together. And yes, baby, shot him with a bow, New Rage, Spot Hogg, Mathews, give me some more Big D. So I'm gonna go out there and get my bird. It's pouring down the rain, so
It's an evening thing.
It's an evening thing. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and we know these birds come back through here wanting to go to roost down over this cliff right here. So I'm gonna run out there and get my bird. Man, what a bird. What a bird. Ooh. Do. It looks like it's going to storm some more, so what we're going to do, we're going to get this bird out of here before we can get him tagged and get back to the house. So another good plan come together.
3B Outdoors, sponsored in part by Canaan, ultimate UV protection and unmatched clarity. Tenzing, outdoor gear, legends live over the next ridge. Luminoc, lighted arrow knob. Rage, slip cam broadhead. Watson Airlock, Field Logic, Glendale Full Rut, Plano Tackle Systems, Mycroft Media and Express Signs, national large format printing projects and fast local needs. Big Dog Muzzleloader by Performance Gunworks.
We're asking people, why do you like Waffle House? You know what I really like best about a Waffle House? I can stop by here anytime, day or night, that I've been fishing and get good breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
It doesn't matter what time I leave in the morning or what time I get done in the evening. I can come to a Waffle House.
You know what I really like about it? When I end up in the doghouse, I can always come to Waffle House and get something to eat.
Hey, I'm Freddie Neeley from 3B Outdoors. For the last 7 years, I've shot a spot hog sight. It's the most durable, dependable, rugged sight that I've ever come in contact with. After several states and several critters later, I'm still greedy. So if you want to get greedy, go give Josh Johnson from Spot Hogg a call. Tell him 3B Outdoor Boys sent you. Or better yet, go to spothogg.com and order all their products.
Traveling down the road in search of bucks, bass, and beards gives me plenty of time to reflect on the important things of life.
Hello, I'm John Walls with Retirement Solutions in Knoxville. If you want peace of mind, safety of principal, growth potential, security, and lifetime guaretees, give us a call. Our reward is helping people secure their financial future and live their dreams with a passion for service second to none.
Visit our website or give us a call at 865-247-OK. That's 247-6529.
There they are. There they are. Ah, God, something spooked them. Was that a barren ground? No, it was my stomach. I'm hungry. Well, this turkey hunting's way overrated. Let's go down Kearney's and get us some of that roasted chicken they talk about. You know what Mike says, 7 days without chicken makes 1 week. Let's go. Hey, let's go. I'm all for that. You want a good home-cooked meal? Come to Lynn Garden Restaurant in Kingsport. You won't be disappointed.
And here's the proof.
Well, it's the 1st of September. We've been practicing all year with our bow. We're getting ready to go to Nelson Outfitters out in Wyoming. It's one of our most favorite places in the world to go. We get off the plane, we finally arrive at Dave's house. He takes us out, and we get to watch deer. We get there a day and a half early, so we kind of get to see what's on the ranch, and it just pumps you up even more. So the first morning, we were sitting in a stand that's called the rock pile stand, and we'd seen this really big mule deer. And I've never wanted to take a mule deer out here because the whitetail tears me up so bad, but this mule deer kind of got my attention.
It's opening day of whitetail mule deer season. We're out here in Wyoming with Nelson Outfitters. We've been out here for a couple of days, and as you can see, man, we have seen some unreal whitetails and mule deer. The wind's blowing like 100 miles an hour this morning. A lot of deer are skittish. I don't know why. We seen a black bear here yesterday. So this is day 1. Stick with us. We'll bring it to you day by day. 3B Outdoors.
Me and Dustin talked about it, and I told Dustin, I said, if a really, really good whitetail doesn't walk by, I'm gonna hold out for that mule deer. Well, the wind was just crazy that day, and we didn't see the mule deer, and deer was scattering all over the field, and it's just like something was after them.
Going to the pig pen tonight. So who knows what can happen. You know how our luck is out here. Might be a big Angus bull walk by. Might be a guy on a four-wheeler. There might be a cattle driver going by. Who knows?
We sat on the rock pile the night before and watched probably 6, 8 shooter bucks go through this hole. They've got a hole in the fence where they've put in a new water line, and these deer are just funneling through this hole like you would not believe. There's some really good deer that I was just thinking, man, if I get a shot at one of those deer, that I'm gonna take him. Well, Dave showed us a lot of pictures that he had, and just again, like I said, tremendous deer. So the wind was right for that hunt of the night, and what we're doing, we're hunting travel patterns from to and from bedding and alfalfa field. So we get in the blind, we have several deer pass by. We have a few really nice bucks pass high, and we're thinking, well, here we go again. These bucks are gonna skirt us. Well, it gets down to that witching hour, and we look up and we see a few nice bucks coming, and Dustin turns to me and said, there's really a nice shooter coming down the lane. Well, I don't know how many of you've tried to film and hunt at the same time, but you kind of look like Sanford and Son when you've got all this stuff packed on you. Well, when we see this deer step out, we know definitely that he's a shooter, and Dave's had some pictures of him, and he's a really nice deer. We both get really torqued up, and if you've not tried to film and hunt before, you think you can do it, it's really tough sometimes, especially when you get your adrenaline flowing and things get pumped up. And what happened, Dustin turns the camera on, and he thinks he's got record on, and nothing. The deer comes in, he don't go the trail that he's supposed to. He goes about 10 foot below the trail, jumps the fence, and he jumps the fence pretty quick. And I knew that I was gonna have to stop this deer to get a shot at him before he gets out of my picture, because we had the blind set up to where the cameraman had most of the view of the deer, and the shooter just had one spot to shoot him. We expected the deer to stop like at 7 yards. But he goes down, he jumps the fence, and I have to stop him. Well, when we stop him, I draw back, 15-yard shot. I shoot, I hit the side of the blind. I make a not so good shot. But once the deer took off, Dustin looks at me and he drops his head and he said, I didn't get it. Well, the deer ran up through some brush. He turns the camera back on and he actually gets the deer jumping the fence, and he goes down into the draw. Well, I thought I'd made such a bad shot. We went back and we looked at the footage, and actually the broadhead actually done its job. It wasn't as bad as we thought, but we get out of the blind, we come back and we review the footage, and we decided that we was gonna let the deer lay until the next day. Well, it was a really long night trying to sleep and anticipating this deer, because this is one of the biggest deer I've ever shot in my life. And we come back the next morning and we get on a blood trail, had a really good blood trail. The deer wasn't laying probably 100, 125 yards from where I shot him. And that kind of goes to show you, if you think you've made a bad shot, just back out, come back the next day, and if you've got a good head and you've got it in the right spot, you'll find that deer somewhere. Just don't push it. Right here he is. Right here he is. Yes, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Man, what a deer. Good grief. Thanks, Dave.
Good job, Freddie.
Man, that is a hog. I believe this was the best one I've ever killed out here, Dave.
He's a pretty one.
Oh, man. What a deer. What a deer. You know, I have to thank the good Lord for this deer, because I made a bad shot on him. And it was a sleepless night, a long night. I didn't sleep real well. And, you know, we knowed we had a rage in him, and it done its job. You know, that's why I shoot a Mathews right there. You know, Dave, I've been coming out here for 7 years. Yep. And man, you know, your place is so tremendous that it's just unreal. And I think, you know, you had the blue tongue here, what, 5, 6 years ago? And I think that you're seeing the result. of getting back where you need to be. I mean, we have seen so many bucks this year that will go 4 or 5 year old. Nice bucks. Man, this is a nice deer. Full velvet. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points. 14, 15, 16. Oh yeah. You know, when you think of filming a whitetail hunt, it's the reality of it. I mean, the things that you want to happen and the things that you want to capture on TV or video camera, and exactly what you do is not always what you get. You've got blood pumping, adrenaline flowing, and that big world-class whitetail is out there. And if it can go wrong, I promise you, it will go wrong. If you want to come on a world-class trophy whitetail hunt, you need to give Dave Nelson of Nelson Outfitters a call. We're going to show you how to get a hold of them at the end of the show. And we also have to thank Dave's wife, Jan, Dave's son, Stephen. We have to thank Dave Deming. You know, the accommodations out there and those guys are just unreal. What a show. Opening day of turkey season with a double. It doesn't get much better than that. I'd like to give Austin Smith props for keeping his cool and getting the job done during all the drama that was going on that morning. You know, that goes to show you right there that decoys do work. If I hadn't had a decoy out there, I wouldn't have got a second shot at that gobbler. Then how about pouring down rain in the middle of a thunderstorm? Me and Coach sitting right in there. Well, the only reason we didn't leave that morning because we would have got drowned. Then Wyoming, Nelson Outfitters. I guarantee you won't find a group of people that'll take care of you any better. I'd like to give Jan, Dave, and Stephen Nelson thanks for a hunt of a lifetime. I'd also like to thank my good buddy, Dave Deming. And as far as the camera work goes, if you're at it long enough, those things are going to happen, and enough said. Thanks for being with us. We're about out of time. Join us again next week where we'll have you somewhere on the water or in the woods.
Outdoors.